NorCal. 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
So you're in a situation where you're married or dating long term, it doesn't matter, and there's been a wedding ring or an engagement ring given. At what point in time, or is it okay to ask for the ring back or give the ring back? I'm going to start with you on this, Rick.
I say as a woman, you should always give the ring back. But then again, that's for me having a brother who's an attorney and understands in most states it's a promissory gift, and more than likely any dude can go to court, take your ass to court, and get the ring back in most states. With that said, I believe if the dude isn't asking for it back, then I guess keep it, right?
Yeah.
Or if you felt he owed you in another way, that's the only way. I would feel like most courts would say, hey, you owe her money, the ring is worth this amount, she's going to keep it, and then it's done. But I'm always in the sound of mind of it was a promised gift. You broke the contract, give him the ring back. People will then ask, well, what do you do with the ring? Why are you going to give it to the next girl? No. You be smart, especially if you're a dude and you got kids and you have a daughter, then take the fucking diamond out and make it an earring for her or some shit. Like, give it to someone that's gonna be there. So it's because I always hear that dumb shit of, well, why would you want the ring back? Because no dude really wants it back, but it is valuable, especially if you're a dude that you're making 3 times, your monthly income, blah blah blah. That's a pretty fair amount of fucking money to spend on a ring. So I think if you guys just decided, hey, this ain't gonna work out, I say as a respectable woman, you say, here you go, I'm sorry it didn't work out, have your ring back and move on with your life. That's my thought behind it.
What's your standpoint, Angel?
It's basically the same thing. Like, that's a contract. Like, you bought that for her to show that you guys are together. Now you guys aren't together. She should get the ring back. In my situation, because I was engaged, the day after we broke up, I fucking told her, give me the ring back. She was upset about it, but it wasn't your issue. She's like, well, what are you going to do with it? I told her, well, I'm going to buy my kids some nice things with this. Because I get store credit when I return it. So, yeah, I'm going to buy my daughter some earrings and my son maybe, like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it had nothing to do with it. What you do when you buy your ring, it's for, like you're saying, it's basically like a contract. She fucked the contract up or you fucked it up, whichever way, vice versa. Yeah, you should get it back because that ring only holds you, and it will hold you to, like, what happened in the past or whatever. There's no point in even keeping it. And you know what I mean? Like, that's what I did. I took the ring back the day after. And, yeah, well, buy my kids something nice with it.
So my belief is pretty simple. When you're starting or you're in it or whatever, oh, you sweet lovey-dovey, oh, I get to take my ring, all this shit. That's great. But to me, once it breaks up, it all becomes business. It's all business now. So, you know how I mean, when it cuts, it cuts, okay? So at that point, from a legal standpoint, if you're engaged and she breaks up, she owes the ring back to you. If you break up, you broke the contract, she gets to keep the ring. I'm talking about from a legal standpoint, okay? Now, as far as once you're married, it doesn't matter because you get to keep your shit. If you're married, then she keeps the ring, you keep your ring, whatever. Now, would I take it back if she broke up with me? Yes, I'd want it back because to me, she broke the contract. And then also, once we're talking about business, I've seen rings that are $15,000, $20,000, $30,000.
Yeah.
So, fuck yeah, I'd want that back because you know what?
Did you get your ring back? Because you're recently divorced.
No, because we were married for 10 years. So, no, I kept
Did she offer it back?
No, and I never asked because when we separated, I took my ring off driving down the road and I went. Yeah, because you know me, like I said, I mourned for 14 days. For 14 days I was sad, I was hurt, I was what the fuck happened because I was blindsided. What the fuck happened? And then, starting around day 10, I got to get my shit together, I got to worry about my future. Okay, I'm going to have to sell this big house, buy me something little so I can retire in. What am I going to do? And so I was driving down the road. I heard this one song. I can't even remember what it was. I rolled down the window and I went.
It's probably a country song.
It was probably. It was probably.
They're a good song.
Yeah.
That's all he listens to.
Who? Country's the shit, bro. Think about it.
And so, you know, I mean, it depends what state you're in, but yeah, if I was dating a woman and I bought her, especially if it was a nice ring, I would want it back, and I would go after it if she left me. Because you're looking like you said, you're looking at a contract. You're looking at a negotiation, and if you break it, why should you keep it? Especially if it's like a $10,000 ring.
Because I feel like a woman would come after you. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm missing a gut. No.
You're missing the wrong finger,
She
you
took the
idiot.
finger with the ring.
You're missing my finger
and the ring, that bitch.
So
You're missing the clip finger full as well, you know.
What's your take on this? Because you are the one that's going to get the expensive ring.
Let's start with how many rings have you
first
had?
of all-
Hey, been married, engaged, all that shit.
No. Notes, bro.
I have
Notes.
been married. I've been asked if I would marry total of 3. I said no to the 2, and the one that I did marry, he passed away. My husband passed away. But I had a really big ring. It was a 5-carat ring, and hell no, he wouldn't have got it back. Had we done that. Hell no.
Now, how about when you were engaged?
If we were just engaged, this is gonna be a levels thing. If it ended because we were both like, dude, we've tried everything, we just don't mix, we can't do this way, I would very willingly hand it back to him in that aspect. If it ended bad, fuck you, you brought it for me, it's a gift, I'm keeping it.
How about, and because from a legal standpoint, it is if you leave or he leaves. So let's say he has an affair on you. Are you giving it back or are you giving him the finger?
Oh, he ain't getting it back. He won't get
She's
it.
like, I'm
He won't
pawning
get
that
shit
shit.
back.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he wouldn't get anything back at all. I got a question for you guys.
I got a question
Okay.
too.
Okay, for me or for them?
No, for everybody.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, one time. Who goes first?
We're gonna start with.
Yeah.
So, being that I still have that ring, and my situation's a little bit different, it was beautiful. I had the big stone taken out of it because there were times that I still wanted to wear it, just because it doesn't just symbolize me and him, it
And my
symbolizes
answer to your
kids
question
too.
is no. Go ahead.
Well, no, I did. I wear it every now and then, but I took that big stone out, so it didn't look like an actual wedding ring. It just looks like a really pretty band. And then I always thought, how weird, but like, if me and Rob ever get married, like I could save him a hell of a lot of money if he just wanted to buy one rock for the top of it, right? My mind goes to being practical. Like, let's save money, let's do this. But on a man's standpoint, that's not it. This is like, I'm his, so I better wear what he got, and it's not
Exactly.
gonna
My,
go alone.
my answer
right?
is no.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend one time that had the wedding ring, and she had it changed into, I think they call it a cocktail ring,
Okay,
and she wore it on her other hand.
okay.
And
During sex,
I basically said,
Cock ring? What?
Cocktail.
I
Oh,
I basically said I was uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Because that's a ring he bought her.
Yeah.
And so when she
Now,
when
had
she-
he died though, it's a whole different meaning now.
it
Yes.
is.
I get
It is.
that.
And
Yeah.
that is. And so, you know, that's like, I don't know, it's like, there's something about it was like, you know, it just felt a little weird, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it would. Yeah, and I don't wear the ring now that I'm with Rob, but there were a lot of times when I was single that I would wear it, sometimes just to keep people away, because
How long
even,
were you married for?
oh, we were married over 10 years. I was married for a long time. We were together.
You've never been married, right, Angel?
No, just engaged.
And you were married for
10 years.
10
Only
years.
one time.
I was married 8 years. Did you guys feel like naked when you
Took it
stopped
off?
wearing the ring?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Does it feel weird to put a ring back on?
No.
Have you ever? No?
No.
Feels like
Oh, I think
To me,
Okay.
you
But I
can
like being a
still,
wife.
to me, you can still,
Honestly, like being truthful, like I'm.
that's a hint, Rob.
No. Everybody knows all this.
He's all,
You
I'm-
paying attention. What's
I'm
the
very
story?
single. I know how to be single. I'm not one of those chicks that can't be single. I'm perfectly fine single, but I'm very happy when I have a partner that I get to share that stuff.
see, that's how I kind of feel.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So can I ask my question?
Yes.
All right.
So check it out. So I took the ring away, right? After all the bullshit happened, I took the ring away. Then we got back together. And I was asking people, okay, well, we were engaged, so do I have to re-propose since I took the ring away? Or is it still on because we got back together? It's a good question. So
Okay.
which one is it? Because I want to know this because most people told me if you took the ring away, you have to redo it.
Yep.
Right.
And I
To me-
said, fuck, really?
To
I
me,
said,
If
fuck.
you want to marry her,
See, to
maybe
me-
you don't want to marry her this time. Maybe you just want to date her.
Yeah, see, to me, you're back together.
Yeah.
However, you're not engaged anymore because you guys broke that off.
Yeah, and now we're starting fresh. But the engagement ring was just like I was just confused. I was just like, okay, do I have to re-propose?
But
if things do work out, do I have to re-propose? I'll just give the ring like, here, bitch, put it back on.
But if you get back together, and she's like, "Where's my ring?" To me, it's back on then.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
No, but that's a good
so
question.
you don't even bring it up until she does. She's like, whatever happened? Oh, here's the ring.
No, you got it in my pocket. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, where's the ring? I bitch, I threw that shit in the lake.
Did you see the car out there?
The one thing that I was gonna mention is me and my girl that I'm with together now. We went to Vegas, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, let's just stop here." And I was like, "Why the fuck are we at a pawn shop?" And she took her wedding bands from her divorce, and she was like, and she came back out, and she was like, "Now we got money to spend."
Nah, that's awesome.
And we spent. I think we threw down that money on the first table and was like, "Fuck it," because I didn't want the ring anyways. So I was like.
I can already see you be like, you know what, I'm going to lose this money on purpose.
Well, you know, I had an engagement when I was much younger, and it was a carrot, and it had just a nice band. It was on. It was an engagement ring, and I remember my daughter was about 8 or 9 at the time, and me and Wendy were together for 4 years, and so when that broke off, she gave me the ring back. I never asked for it. She gave it back to me. And I remember my daughter asking me, "What are you going to do with that?" And I said, "I don't know what I'm going to do with it, honey." She says, "Can I have it?" And so I gave that to my daughter. And I believe she still has it. But I told her, if you want to sell it or trade it in or whatever you want to do, you do it. But that's what I did with the only other ring I had ever bought.
No, and it's funny because so I don't have the ring still right now, but I'm going to get it back, right? But I don't know if I want to keep it for my daughter so she can have it as, like, oh, when my mom and dad were together, whoop-de-whoop. But then I don't know if it's like pain or.
I think it depends on how you guys stay together. Like for our case, like
we're neutral.
because it's different. And when if one of my boys were to want to propose to somebody, I could foresee myself easily giving that. But my fear would be because their dad is gone, if they didn't work out and she kept the ring, our piece of the family's gone. I'll fuck her up. I let it be known.
Yeah, bitch.
I let it be known.
Hey, I will help you. Buy me a bottle.
I'll need that number.
I got you.
I'll need your number after the show.
That main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.